It literally does it. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. Now, come on, places. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
Belongings and welcome to Skull Island.
Glasses on, everybody. We're back from Skull Island.
This is incredible. Oh man, the product!
Yes, I am. And that mobile lab unit we saw back there in real life, here it is in a scene from the Lost World Jurassic Park. In this scene, it looks like the mobile lab unit's dangling off the edge of a cliff. Right there. That's not really a cliff, though. That's a parking garage on the front lawn of our studio, just dressed up to look like a cliff. Very sneaky. Something else in this scene that probably wasn't real, the rain. Because you know, this is Southern California, man. We don't even know what rain is. Which brings me to the topic of weather effects. Very important element of movie making. We're going to talk about weather effects here in beautiful old Mexico. These sets have been featured in movies like Big Fat Liar with Paul Giamatti. Also the TV show Criminal Minds Beyond Borders did some filming in old Mexico not too long ago. But so in Southern California, sunshine all the time. What if a filmmaker needs rain? We can accommodate them. We're doing an example of it right now. You hear those thunder rumblings, got some lightning flashes, and then some rain. Look at that. A beautiful fake thunderstorm on a sunny day. So this is how we can give filmmakers a storm whenever they want. The rain is coming out of these little high-tech devices called sprinklers. They're placed on the tops of poles all over the set. The thunder's coming out of speakers that are built into the sets all around it. And the lightning flashes are coming from strobe lights that are hidden from view. Those raindrops are actually larger than natural raindrops. Real raindrops are so small they don't really read on camera. They're basically invisible. So even if it's really raining, we still got to use the fake rain just to make sure. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. That looks like a flash flood. Headed towards our tram. Yes. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Our driver Ben has a window. He's perfectly dry. Ben is strong. That flash flood though was in the movie Big Fat Liar. Take a look.
You can't outrun a wolf cat!
we'll see about that.
Now see, this guy's obviously never taken a studio tour, and he would have known that was a trap. Now we're driving to another part of Old Mexico. It's been featured in TV shows like Key and Peele, House, Community, and Arrested Development. Also the movie Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. We're going to go from Old Mexico, though, straight into the Old West. And we're pulling it now to 6 Points, Texas. Beautiful Western sets. Recently refurbished, so they look brand spanking new. Although they're very historic, classic Westerns are filmed in 6 Points, like Winchester 73 with Jimmy Stewart, and My Little Chickadee with Mae West and W.C. Fields back in 1940. A lot of our sets in 6 Points and throughout the back lot are what we call facades. And that means we only build the front and the sides of the structure, because that's all we need to build. We just build what the camera sees, and then the audience fills in the rest with their imagination. Although the set also has an interior, that's called a practical set. We do have some practical sets in 6 Points. The shot on our screens is actually of the interior of one of our saloons in 6 Points. So a practical set means... Recently in 6 Points, movies have filmed like Saving Mr. Banks. For Saving Mr. Banks, they dressed up our Western sets to look like 1900s Australia for a flashback scene in the film. And also TV shows have filmed in 6 Points like Castle and Marvel's Agent Carter. Although in both of those appearances, 6 Points played the part of a backlot set, not the real Old West. So 6 Points is super versatile. Westerns, of course, very popular genre, and we made plenty of them at Universal, but the genre that really put Universal Studios on the map were our monster movies of the 1930s and 40s. Movies like Frankenstein, Drac. So both filmed in here on this subway station set. And we obviously get to drive over here today because there's no filming going on. However, I'm told early next week a movie is scheduled to come in here and do some filming. Although we don't have the name of the movie, that was not released to us. Was originally inspired by a movie called Earthquake. It was a big hit for Universal in 1974, back when disaster movies were all the rage. Less than a year later, in 1975, an even bigger hit movie came out from Universal. A movie called Jaws. Yes, Jaws is about a shark that eats people in Amity Island, a little seaside town, and that's our next stop on the tour, you guys. Yay! While we're here, if we're lucky, we might see a real live shark. Please stay seated, though. Oh yeah, there's a shark right there. Ooh. That's a big, beautiful shark. That thing could bite your head off. Oh, it looks like he's swimming towards that man out there in the water. Now I think the shark is eating that man. Yeah. It's okay, everyone. This is nature. We're not allowed to intervene, though. Now, we're totally safe from the shark because there's a yellow barrel out there floating in the water. It's full of shark bait, so that's going to distract the shark. He's not even going to know we're here. See, he's pulling on it. Don't be intimidated by this fire. I think I know where the shark is thinking right now. He's probably getting frustrated. Never mind, he's right there. Hey! You leave my guests alone, you lousy shark! Stop it! Oh, look, he stopped. Stop when I told him to. Oh, he's going to do something even better in a second. He's going to swim backwards, and then he's going to go right back under the water to get ready to scare the next tram. Yeah, he's a hard-working mechanical shark. He actually works a lot better than the shark in the original movie Jaws.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio. They were always saying, "The shark is not working." Repeat, "The shark is not working."
Just waiting. The shark worked well enough for a while there. I don't think it's the whole time. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Coming up just across from the Chicken Ranch, we're going to take a drive down Colonial Street. If we have any fans of the TV show Desperate Housewives on board, you'll know this better as Wisteria Lane. I don't have the Desperate Housewives theme song, so I play this instead because it's weird without music. All right, now as we drive down the street, I'll point out where the housewives live. Starting on the left, the beige house belonged to Gabby, played by Eva Longoria. The purple house on the left belonged to Bob and Lee. Susan, played by Terry Hatcher, lived in the yellow and stone house on the left. Bree, played by Marcia Cross, lived in the blue house on the right. And Lynette, played by Felicity Huffman, lived in the gray house on the left-hand side.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
What the heck? Let's move back. Edie Britt lived in the beige house at the end of the street on the right. She was played by Nicolette Sheridan. The official name for this street is Colonial Street. Lots of other productions have filmed up here over the years. Movies like The Burbs, starring Tom Hanks. Also the movie Casper with Christina Ricci, and the music video for Nellyville featuring Nelly and Kelly Rowlands. Lots of other TV shows have filmed up here like Providence, Crossing Jordan, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Mindy Project. A little further back in time, classics like Knight Rider, Murder, She Wrote, and Matlock, all filmed up here. And a lot of these houses on Colonial Street are practical sets, again, meaning they do have interiors. So you can film inside as well as that. You don't have to go all the way down to a sound stage to film the interior, so again, it takes time. Notice on the left-hand side, though, how far out these houses go. That's to create believable sight lines within the lens of the camera, because we obviously don't... Hey! Look at this car coming up on the left, behind that last house. That looks like Dominic Toretto's Charger from the Fast and the Furious films. That should not be there. I feel like I have to call this into security. Just give me 1 second, everybody. Security.
This is security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
Oh, hey, Chief, it's CJ. I'm giving this. The Who houses are made of styrofoam in large part. The cars are golf carts with a fiberglass shell over the top. Now, the movie filmed entirely on the front lot of our studio. They filmed at 10 sound stages altogether, which makes it one of the biggest productions to ever film on the Universal lot. And now the Who's have a nice permanent home on our back lot. They love it up here. Their only concern is with the next door neighbor. He freaks them out a little bit. Understandably, because the Who's live right next door to Norman Bates from Psycho. Yeah, this is the Bates Hotel.
We all know a little mess sometimes.
That house on our screens is called the Psycho House. It's the home of Norman's mother. The real Psycho House from the film is coming up on your left-hand side. It was originally a facade, but then additional sides were added to the Psycho House. Just past the Psycho House, we're going to see one of the largest sets in movie history. This is called the Crash set from the film War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg. That's a real plane, a 747. And here's Steven Spielberg and his production designer, Rick Carter. They'll talk a little more about this incredible set.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
And for again to sit down and talk about War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
As I said, that's a real plane, a 740. I just got a message in my tour guide earpiece. That car that I called into security, apparently they passed on the info to the FBI, and now an FBI agent wants to talk to us?
Look, this might be more serious than I thought. What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come, and he'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target.
Everybody stay seated, of course. Also, you do not need to put on those protective glasses just yet. Have them like in your hand or close by, though. I'll let you know when it's time to put them on.
Roman Pierce, FBI, on the ground.
Him?
On the ground, do it now.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
On the ground, right now.
Hey, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
That ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Sure tricks us. I just can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
Okay, Tom, moving up now.
It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door. Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Studio tour. This is Dom. Shaw's trying to bust into the parking structure. Might have to make a run for it. Tell your passengers to hang on.
Okay, hang on, everybody. And it is time to put on your protective glasses. Once again, please put your protective glasses on now.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Cover them up. This thing ain't moving fast enough. Roman, Letty, hook him up.
Hit it!
Now we're moving.
You can be the witness to it or we call it a day! The witness is mine, Letty!
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away! Find the dogs!
Way to go, Letty. Don't let another missile shot. Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this. Roman, don't shoot. Head for the bridge.